Hey guys peeps, and welcome back to Snail TV. Well, you see it here, we're back on the dyno. I did a couple of test sessions last night and everything went really well. So I actually have some data now. Things didn't, well, they just started to right at the end, but we actually got it starting to hold some power, which is awesome. But we're obviously now got more problems, and I'll just let you know in a second. So I'll spin you around, we'll have a look at a couple of things. Alright guys, so as you can see, go-kart is back on the dyno. What I did this time, to make things a little bit better, was I actually put it straight on the front roller itself, because this time round I just wanted to actually go full on the front roller. That is the power roller. The other one's just the idler, and because it won't fit between and the frame fits, doesn't go in all the way, I was actually more on the back of this roller, and I thought I'll take off this front panel and I'll bring it far forwards, and it actually turned out a lot better. I will come around here, and as you can see how close it is on either side. Okay, so unfortunately, this is the only way I could do it. As I said, the worst thing is because I've got to run so many bloody, you can see all the wheel spaces right in there, and it's the only way I could do it, just so I could stretch it out enough on either side. It sucks, but it's just the only way I have to do it. Look, I'll go over the problems now that unfortunately I'm getting. Alright, now, because I was smashing the hubs on either side, they were literally just disintegrating. Obviously you can see all the strapping that I've got on this thing just to hold it where it is. Okay, problems consist of now, I've got a tiny little bend in the actual axle itself. Yes, so this is a solid chromoly axle. This should hold some big power. Obviously I do know that I'm pushing it, and I do know everyone's like, it's a small axle and all this other stuff, but when it's a solid chromoly axle, and this is all they run down the strip as well in the go-kart world. Obviously, no one's ever had this sort of power level, and now I'm actually starting to reach some good power. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm gonna start doing other stuff. So the actual hubs themselves haven't done anything, haven't broken, which is awesome, and everything else is starting to like get on those limits. Right now though, I'm actually maxing out my injectors, so it's sort of one of the last things I was sort of even thinking about. I'll just not sure if I got a data log of it, but as we were saying, I'm on 79% of my injector duty cycle, and yeah, I'm on E85. I did want to go meth a bit later as well, so obviously I'm going to definitely need some more for that, but I'm not nowhere near the sort of the boost levels that we're even thinking about. Really good power for the amount of boost I'm running. I'm not going to disclose numbers and stuff like that, but it's actually getting up there pretty good. So yeah, it's this right now, this here will definitely be, let's just say this will definitely be the fastest. If pop it on the track, I'll definitely be able to make the one of the fastest track pulls, let's just say in the world. It's definitely got the most amount of horsepower of a go-kart. As I said, it is not near. It's not near, but it's not the 800 horsepower that that goal that I'm reaching. So it's definitely got the capability of it though. Capability of a little bit more. For the boost itself, definitely not there yet. So. But everything else though, I am really happy. As I disclosed last time that I put some EGT sensors on there. That's just to read all 4 cylinders of the hot exhaust gases, and they are running literally perfect. So they're really good. So really happy about that. So really good idea that we put them on, just to make sure that each cylinder is running to what it should be doing. And that's just to read it. But yeah, so with sort of all I can sort of do right now, what I'm thinking of now is literally just putting it off the dyno, taking these wheel spaces out, and then starting giving it a couple of some test passes as is, only because Now what I would need to do is, it is quite a little tiny bit of a vibration in the back. It's really cool though, but just because I can just see a little bit of a flex in the actual itself, I'm gonna have to go something, you know, stupid bigger or something like that. But we'll have a look. So yeah, as I'm saying, there's really no more else I can sort of do. I'm going to address an axle situation a bit later. So I think for now what we're going to be doing is, let's get it off the dyno, just unstrap it, let's get off the dyno, get these bull hubs off, let's get the wheels exactly where they should be. You know, they're out like another 50 mil or so, even longer, either side, just to get it on this dyno. So I want to get them off, and I want to give it a couple of rips. Okay, so just to see of where it stands and what else it wants to sort of break. Well, see what else wants to sort of do with hooking up on the tires. I did also notice the sprocket on the axle itself, the keyway has moved ever so slightly, so there's definitely something I need to address a bit later as well. So look, I know these problems are always going to happen, but it's just more the fact that you know, I want to do something with it now. It needs to come out. You know, it's been back and forth on the dyno for, you know, the last couple of months, just because I've had cars on here, and this has only been after hours stuff. So yeah, so first things first, guys, let's get this thing off the dyno. I'm really happy with how I've got it strapped down now, so I'm definitely going to continue doing it this way. And yeah, I'll get this thing off, and we'll start taking these hubs off. Let's do it.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do it.
Alright peeps, well there we have it. It's all back together. The wet back wheels are all back on, spacers are off. Pretty much ready to give it a test hit. So I do have to bleed the brakes. I'll just do that one more time, just get rid of that sponginess out of the brakes. But apart from that, I'm pretty sure it should be ready as is. So look, it's pretty much just I've gone over everything, like the air shifting and all that stuff, so everything actually works really well. Obviously that's something I can find out on track wise and whatnot. But yeah, I think there's sort of nothing else I can do other than to I'll get like another rear end set up, like somewhere along the lines. I'll get something sorted out, but hopefully this lasts in the meantime, and we should, you know, we should be able to make a bit of content from that. But yeah, it's just hard just holding the power down. Unfortunately, there's no point of going out there with, like, you know, no power, so it's just hard holding that down. But yeah, apart from that, look, I'm pretty happy with everything, how it's all turned out. The actual go-kart build itself was probably the easiest part. The tuning wise, same thing, it was pretty easy, but obviously I didn't realize of how much breakage was going to actually happen. Well, I actually didn't expect that those hubs were going to do what they were doing. You know, I was always skeptical about other stuff, but you know, and then the actual as well. Now the actual just started, but I'm pretty sure that it should be okay for now. Same thing with the injectors though. I just overlooked it actually. They got some pretty big injectors in them at the moment, but you know, when you're doing it's only a 4-cylinder engine and you're trying to push it, you know, a lot of horsepower, pretty much 200 horsepower per cylinder, let's say it like that, then you need quite a bit of injector to get in that one hole. So, but look, it's what it is. So you know, I'll just do the usual, just go, you know, clean the plugs, put a new set of plugs in there and whatnot. But everything else like that, yeah, really happy with it. So the fuel tech, same thing. The fuel tech's just literally made it ran flawlessly. It's just so easy to control everything, and you know, everything actually does work so easily. That's probably about it, guys. All right, so I'm hoping next video I'll find somewhere else to take it out. I'm probably going to go somewhere and do a couple of little test hits, and then we'll take it to a track to get something sorted. So, but yeah, other than that, I'm really happy. So, just leave some comments down like that. I've been answering a few things like that, a few comments and what everyone else is going. Look, the main comment is pretty much like it will never make 800 horsepower and just the usual stuff. Really want to address that there are there's probably at least 5-6 builds out there at least that are making more than 800 horsepower out of a Hayabusa. It's got pistons and rods, same thing. I've done nothing to the head as such on this one, so that's probably something I can do later on after it goes out, or something lets go or something like that. I can take things apart and whatnot, but in some downtime. But my other booster had some head work when one of the little collets come loose. End up doing a full build on the head, putting some new valve springs, really big valve springs, and all the rest. Did a massive port job on the head as well, and whatnot. New gasket and some studs and all that stuff as well. So, look, I'm hoping it. Everything's lasted so far, and it's up there in the horsepower range. As I said, I'm not disclosing any numbers or anything like that because it actually is not that 800 horsepower as yet. I'll disclose the numbers when it's actually making those numbers, and so then you guys can all chill out on the whole how much it's going to make. But in saying that, of the boost levels there, I've definitely got enough turbo. I've definitely got enough turbo to make 800 horsepower, no worries. It's just pretty much as I said, my biggest problem right now is apart from injectors that I only just found out, is obviously the rear end. And I guess I think that'll be next round of just getting that sorted for the rear end, and a really big set of injectors, and I think we should be able to do it. So I'll leave it at that, guys. All right, so as I said, there's nothing really more I could sort of do until I don't want to be no filming, no bleeding the brakes and stuff like that. I just gave it a quick wash as well, just to clean her up. But yeah, as I said, there's nothing else really I can do right now. So yeah, I think after I bleed the brakes, obviously you guys will know what I'm doing next. If it's whether it's a decent sized burnout on it or something like that, to give it a quick test hit on the road to see what else it wants to do. I think I was saying earlier in the video that there was some sort of like a small noise on the rear end with the chain. It does sound something like chain, but I think that's to do with that little the sprocket. As I said, that's it has moved its keyway. I'm hoping that's not going to be too much of a problem, or that's not going to break as such. The only other thing is to go into like a twin chain driven rear end. Hopefully I don't have to do that, but look, if I have to do it, I have to do it. But we'll see, because we'll just hopefully, as I said, I don't have to take off the line with all the power. So I can just creep the boost in as it's going, leave the boost, leave the line really on low boost of gate pressure pretty much, which is really low anyway, and then pile the air into it and on the gate, and ram the boost in up the track. So I think that's just going to be best off anyway, and we'll see where we go anyway. But alright guys, I'll leave you to it. Obviously, thanks very much for the liking and how far everyone's been loving it, and we'll be almost ready to make some test hits on it. So I'll see you on next episode, let's say, and we'll go from there. Alright, laters.